Hey everyone. With COVID protocols and everything going on now, I've been looking for a way to still be able to share new products and information with you with all of the current policies and procedures that are in. So I set up a home studio. I downloaded a bunch of software and taught myself the software. This is my first real run, so be honest with me, let me know how it goes. Today I wanted to share with you a little bit more about a Mugi. Now, if you've ever used their thread mills, you will know just how fantastic they are, especially in those tough applications where other thread mills just don't seem to cut it. And the really exciting thing I wanted to share with you today is if you are using single plane thread mills, but you're tired of throwing away that whole solid carbide shank, Mugi's expanded their options and their offerings when it comes to indexable thread mills. So as you can see here, I've got the PDF loaded and you can see my cursor. So right here, I am circling the indexable tip. Now, if you're familiar with their offerings, you'll know they had the Gigant IC offering before, which was an indexable single plane thread mill option, but it was restricted to much larger sizes. The exciting thing here that comes, we're just going to scroll by that. Now they've still got their solid end mills, right? You've got your main cutting, you've got your lead and your trail to help get you that size in the first pass. But you'll see they start right there at 256 on the Imperial and M3, right? On the metric side. Now they've got their ZGF, which is just straight single plane, goes all the way down to M1.6. And then here's the new offering that I wanted to share with you. So you've got the ZGF Circ GF. Now you can see very clearly from the bottom, we've got coolant jets right here. So you're getting that coolant down into the hole where it's needed to keep the chips away and to cool the tool. You've also got a single mounting point. And if you look here on the back side, they've actually got a slot. And this slot is just absolutely fantastic for locating and preventing rotation, while also allowing you to have a single screw mounting system so you don't have to spend a lot of time with that tool out. So you can see the sizes that are available here, as well as the flute count. You've got your cutter diameter, your minimum thread diameters, your TPI ranges. This is a really exciting selection to work with. So if you're looking to get yourself an indexable solution in these thread ranges, right? 1 to 3 pitch for metric, 13 to 24 TPI in imperial. This is going to cover a large range for a lot of manufacturers to reduce their costs and make changeover quicker, right? Okay, so I'm going to share with you why I'm so excited about this tool specifically. When you're indexing a thread mill, you've got a few things to consider. Your run out for the tool, so you're dialing it in. If you're in a solid holder, you're checking to make sure the concentricity is there, that you're properly clamped. If you're in a collet, you're dialing out the shaft at the face and then coming up to the tip of the tool as well, right? And you're dialing in all over to make sure you're there. Now, with an indexable tip option, you reduce that, because once your shaft of the tool is fully dialed in and set up, your operators or your machinists at the machine can literally just change the tip. Depending on how tight your tolerances are, within a couple tenths, you may check the height again just to make sure you're there. But the repeatability and the tolerancing from a Mugi are at the top of the industry. Of course, if you're thinking, Arthur, yeah, I love their stuff, but my stuff is still super small, all the way down to a size 0. Now, the smallest I've ever thread milled is a 440. To anyone out there's thread milling in the 0 size, my hat's off to you. That is an above level skill that you've got there. Thread milling's a lot of fun for me. I mean, there's a lot available there. 1, you get really close control over your size tolerancing. 2, especially on these really, really small options, sometimes you only get, 40 thou worth of depth, 20 thou worth of depth, and you're trying to get enough threads in there. You can't do that with a conventional tap. Even if you're roll forming, you still have a lead on your tap to consider. So when you're thinking thread milling, and you're looking at projects, let me know. They have a ton of solutions. The most exciting of which, of course, is way back up here with the ZGF Circ GF cutter. Oh, that's exciting. If you've got any questions, applications you're looking at, you want to see maybe do the numbers really break down to be cheaper, I would be happy to help you calculate that ROI so you know if this investment makes sense. So far, the customers that have it, between the Gigant IC as well as this new series, I have had zero complaints. Their biggest takeaway has been one, the ease of the changeover. It's reducing their changeover on the tool. Two, the skill required, right? As we know, there's quite a skills gap. And so the easier we can make the technology and the tools for everyone to be able to use, the faster they are going to be able to get running and adapt new skills. Of course, the goal would be to teach them over time, but the lower that entry level of skill is, the better able you are to get someone at the spindle helping it turn and earn. My name's Arthur Field, and I work for Thomas Skinner as a territory manager. And learning and researching and trying new applications with new technology to share with customers like you so they know their money and their investments going where it is best served is really my passion. My background comes from 2 decades in manufacturing now. I know these young good looks, but I've got the wrinkles. So let me know. I love working in manufacturing and finding new tools and innovations, as well as sharing proven solutions and strategies is where it's at. Best of luck out there. Let's keep your spindles turning and earning.